Alexander's Greek descent, and in general the Argead Greek lineage went unquestioned by ancient Greek and Roman writers. This revealed a widely belief in ancient Greek and Roman world, including, of course, Macedonians themselves, that the Argead royal house were Greeks descended from Argos of Peloponnese. The founder of their house belonged to the royal house of Argos, the Temnid. These were descendants of Tremeneus, whose ancestor was Heracles, son of Zeus. The earliest literary accounts like Hesiodotus identified the earliest Macedonians as part of the Greek world, hence Greek speakers. If Macedonians were foreign people to Greeks, obviously they would not be part at all in Hesiodotus' account as Greek. After all, it's really irrational to have a supposedly non-Greek people while migrating to rename existing foreign toponymies into Greek, like the renaming from the earliest Macedonians of the original Phrygian place name Ethers into the Greek age. The surviving literary and archaeological evidence during classical and Hellenistic ages shows clearly that Macedonians considered themselves to be Greek. They served as carriers to spread the Greek language and civilization to Asia. In the same time they were revenging Persians for their crimes against Macedonia and the rest of Greece. Ancient Greeks considered Macedonians as Greeks and specifically of Dorian stock. In fact, ancient Greek accounts attributed some of the most patriotic Greek sentiments ever expressed to Macedonian rulers. They described memories of Macedonians' Greekness like we find in Hesiodotus, Hellenicus and Herodotus accounts. They mention the participation of Macedonia in the Pan-Hellenic associations of the Greeks, namely the Delphicum Fictini. Hence they all verify the same conclusion. Greeks viewed Macedonians as their own kin. The ancient Roman, Persian, Indian, Jewish, Babylonian and Carthaginian testimonies are listing Macedonians among the other Greeks. They spoke the same language, and in general Macedonians are portrayed as Greeks fighting the barbarians. In contrast with all their non-Greek neighbors like Illyrians and Thracians, ancient Macedonian names are either Greek or derived from Greek roots in a very high percentage. According to the Encyclopedia Bolshaia-Sovetskaya, in 200 Macedonian names born before the ascent of Philip II, hardly 5% are of non-Greek origin. Non-Greek names in small numbers can also be found in other Greek tribes. We know some names of gods and heroes worshipped by the Macedonians. Among them, 39 are either Pan-Hellenic or worshipped by other Greek tribes, either purely Macedonian, but with a Greek etymology. 2 come from names of cities with a non-Hellenic root but with a Greek termination, see Leba. 3 are Thracian, 1 is Egyptian. All of the names of Macedonian feasts that we know are Greek. Regarding the names of the months, 6 are common with other Greek calendars, and at least 2 more are also purely Greek. The idea that the Macedonians took the names of the months during their Hellenization is out of the question, as in that case they would have taken an integral Greek calendar, instead of creating an amalgam of different Greek calendars. Most importantly, they would never invent themselves 2 Greek names of months. All these of course are taking place at a time where the Illyrian and Thracian names have in their vast majority non-Greek etymologies. Alexander the Great launched a pan-Hellenic campaign against Persia. Through his conquests he spread Hellenism in a vast Hellenizing wave throughout the Near East and created economically and culturally a single world stretching from Greece to the Punjab in India. Greek, Kenin, served as lingua franca of his vast empire. He built a network of almost 30 Greek cities throughout the empire, a building program that was expanded by later Hellenistic rulers. These became enclaves of Greek culture. Here gymnasia, baths, and theaters were built. The upper classes spoke Karen Greek, wore Greek dresses, absorbed Greek learning, adopted Greek customs, and took part in Greek athletics. Ancient sources reports as such, and the pan-Hellenic character of his campaign were the definitive statements of the Macedonian royalty and nobility. Nowadays historians agree that Macedonians had the religious and cultural features of the rest Hellenic world. Like other Greek regions, regional characteristics have also to be noted, especially near the borders. It's quite interesting the fact that Macedonians also gave these deities the familiar Greek epithets, such as Agarus, Basilius, Olympius, Hephaestus of Zeus, Basilia of Hera, Soter of Apollo, Hagmona and Cetera of Artemis, Bile of Hestia. The worship of the 12 Olympian gods in Macedonia is undoubted, and it is shown explicitly in the treaty between Philip V and Hannibal of Carthage. In the presence of Zeus, Hera and Apollo, and in the presence of all the gods who possessed Macedonia and the rest of Greece.